So today we'll learn some more functions related to the string manipulation. These functions are library functions found in the string, say string header file. Uh, we have discussed in the last class about strlen function. This strlen function is used to find the number of characters in the string, number of letters in the string. We have also learned about strcmp function. This strcmp function compares to a string and checks whether the strings are similar or not. So today we'll see strcpy function, strcat function. So let us start the uh, developer C++ environment, and here we'll write the programs to see some more functions. We have already learned how to create a user-defined function. Now we are learning how we can use the library functions. We'll also see the list of other library functions related to time manipulation, related to date manipulation, and some it's character type manipulation. So first we'll concentrate on the strings. Today we'll see two or three more functions which are related to the string manipulation. The important function in string manipulation is string copy and string cat. String strcpy function is used to copy one string into another. As we have already seen that strings are basically character arrays. So it's like numbers, we cannot directly copy one string into another string. But to copy one string into another string, we can use strcpy function. So what I can do is we can open the last function program that we have discussed, and from there we can move on and see some more function. A string is a sequence of characters. This we have discussed. More than one character is a string, like name and address. These are called a string. We declare strings as character arrays. This is a string. This is character array. So suppose we have a string 1, which is ABCD, and we want to copy it into a string 2. Okay. So in string 2, we don't have any value as of now. I'm deleting the remaining part. So we have two strings. String 1 has the value ABCD, string 2 is empty. Now, if we want to copy string 2, string 1 into string 2, so we'll write strcpy str2 comma str1. This function will copy the value of str1 into str2, and if we print str2 here, we'll get the value as ABCD. So if we print str2, we get value as ABCD. So let us save as this program. This is saved as function number 9.cpp, and let us now compile it. We'll compile it to see whether the program is correct or not. It's showing errors 0 and warning 0. It is still compiling. Once the compilation will done, yes, it is done. Now we can execute the program. So in this program, what we are doing is we are just copying one string value into another string value. And here you can see the output strt is equals to ABCD. In the program, if you see in line number 18, we have declared str2 as an empty string. We have not assigned any value. The value is assigned to str1. But if we want to copy one string into another string, this can be done using the strcpy function. This strcpy function is a function call, and this function is defined in C string header, which is declared as hash include line number 2. So whenever we have to copy one string into another string, we can use strcpy function. Here we can note that I write a comment here. Note that str2 is equals to str1 is not allowed. Okay, this is not allowed. If we write for copying str or rather str1 to str2, this will not be allowed because str1 and str2 are not independent variables. They are basically arrays. So this is not allowed. If we write it like this, str1 is equals to str2, and let us see what happens. I'm removing this line. I've made this as a comment. Now str, or we can write where we want to copy the value of str1, we want to copy in str2. So this, if we write it this way, let me save this program. I'll compile it to see what happens. Here we are getting an array, invalid array assignment. Arrays cannot be assigned. You can see that this is an invalid statement. So this is not allowed. This we cannot write. Okay, so what is the option left? We have to use strcpy function. So whenever we have to copy one string into another string, the option that we have is to use the strcpy function. In this way, we can copy one string into another string. So strcpy function will copy str1, which is having the value abcd, and it is copied into str2, which is null. Now similarly, we have strcat function. strcat function is also very much similar to strcpy. So we'll see strcat function. I'll save as this is example for strcat. Suppose in string 1 we have abcd, in string 2 we have x, y, z. These are two values stored, and we also have a character string str3. In str3 as you can see, in str3 we want to store abcd xyz. So what we'll have to do, first we will copy str1 in str3. So if we print str3 here, just if we print str3, let me save this first. Now if we concentrate in this program, what we see here is that str1 is value abcd, str3 is null. Now we are copying str1 into str3, and if we print str3, it will print abcd. So let us compile it. It is showing 0 error at present, but it is still compiling. Let us wait for the full compilation to be done, and then we'll run and see what happens. Here only we have copied. We have not used cat function. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. ch. So we have corrected the spelling typing error was there. Once this is copied, this is the same as the last program, then we will use strcat to find what happens. This is done. If we execute it, see, it is str3 is equals to abcd. This is the same program as the last program, nothing new. Now what we do is we use strcat, str3, comma str2. So this strcat function will add the value of str2 into str3. str3 has already abcd, then xyz will also be copied. So now if we print str3, it will print abcd xyz. So strcat function is used to concatenate, uh, that is string addition. Concatenation is string addition, and then we can use str. See here, now str3 has the value abcd and xyz. So abcd is coming from str1 that we have copied. Then we have uh, copied str2 into str3, but at the end of, after adding str1, we have also added str2 into str3. So this is called concatenation. So this is a string copy function. First we have copied a string, then we have a string concatenation. Concatenation is string addition. For addition of a string, we use the word concatenation. So whenever we have to add to a string, the value of one string is added to another string, that is done using strcat function. We can concentrate again in line number 21. Line number 21 is copying str1 into str3. Initially, str3 was empty, but when we copy str1, it becomes abcd. When we use strcat, it stores abcd and then add xyz into abcd. So the output you can see is, the output is abcd xyz. Now suppose I use strcpy only here instead of strcat. So what will happen? First it will copy str1, so str3 becomes abcd. Next we copy str2 into str3, then the str3 becomes xyz, and the previous value abcd will be lost. It will not be stored. So if you see here, when we compile and run the program, now the first value abcd which was copied will not be there, only xyz will be there. So if we copy two times, then the first value is lost, the first value is not stored. But when we use strcat, the first value is stored, and then we get the next value as added to the string. It is executing the program. See, the first value is lost here. First it copied abcd into str3. Next we copied xyz, so previous value is lost. Why? Because we have used strcpy function. So if we use strcat function, what will happen? The first value will always remain there, and the second value will be added to the first string. So whenever we have to add another value to the existing value, we use strcat function. Whenever we want to just copy one string into another string, then we use strcat function. Here see str. Okay. Why it didn't happen? Because we didn't compile it. So this is the difference between strcpy and strcat. strcpy copies one string into another. strcat adds one string value to the existing string value which is also there. So see again, it is abcd and xyz. Now we save as this program. We'll see one more function today. In the list that we discussed, we have a string strchr function. This strchr function we'll discuss. So in the strchr function, what happens is, strchr, str1. In str1, we are searching any letter. Suppose we are searching letter C. So it will give the position. So we will have to declare one variable position integer type, and this function will return the value. And if we print position equals to, so now we can concentrate here. We have a string str1 having value abcdxyz. If we want to search whether a particular letter is there or not, so we are searching C. C is available at the third position. Array starts with 0, so it will be the second position. So it will give the position value as 2. strchr. This is giving one error. See why this error is coming. Returns a pointer to the first sequence of the character ch in string s1. We have used it properly. Character ch in string str1 function. We want to find the position. ch is equals to, suppose we store ch, save this. Invalid conversion from character to int. Invalid conversion from character to int at line number. See what is happening here. So in the strchr function, what happens is when we search a character, it prints the remaining string from that particular character. We are putting C, so it is printing cdxyz. It is not giving the position. Instead, it is giving the remaining letters from that particular character. Suppose we use X. So what will happen? It will print the XYZ. So new string will become XYZ. So let us see here if we can use str3 is equals to 20. And in str3, if we assign str3 is equals to strchr and this, and here we can print str3. Let us save this. Incompatible types and assignment. Okay. Now see here what we are doing. We have a string str1 with ABCD. We have character X, and we want to take out the part of the string from str1 that starts with X. So we compile. It is done. Now we can execute it. It is the new string is XYZ. So what the function strchr does is it finds a substring, part of a string from a given string, and that string we have to pass on the starting value. So in str1 we have abcd xyz. In the character we have use the position of the character as X. So what it will do, it will print the string starting from XYZ. So in this way, strchr function can also be used to print a string from the position where the character is found in the string. So these are some of the library functions which we use for the manipulation of a string. As these are in C string.h header file, so we have to include the header C string, and then we can use it in our program. So what we have learned in the string manipulation, we have seen the length of the string function, str length. Then we have also discussed about the string comparison, strcmp function, in the previous session. And today in this session, we have learned three functions. One is the first function that we discussed today is the string copy function. Then we discussed about the string cat function, string addition function, and the third is strchr function. So in this way, we can use the program